Servus and welcome. I'm Vera at Spilled Coffee Crafts and this is week 4 for the Open Collaboration Paperback Junk Journal Prompt Challenge 2025, which is hosted by Cara from Paper Confessions with Cara and Bianca from Bibi's Closet Creations. And there is also a bunch of other creators, official collaborators that were invited to this collaboration, and I all link them below, and also collaborators like me that just jumped on this open collaboration because it sounded like so much fun. Yeah, and we are in week 4, and the prompt, which is the last full week for this open collaboration because this is during September. So there will be this video for week 4, and then on Monday or Tuesday, which are the 29th or 30th, there is an additional video with the complete flip through and the remaining 2 prompts for this month. And then we already have October. Time is flying. I don't know where time is going. It's so fast. Okay, but that's not the topic here. So we had, of course, 7 prompts. And for 2, which is mood and weather, which was the 25th and the 26th, I took a shortcut. Also, about the week was difficult and challenging enough. So, and I show you this quick. This is for the prompt weather, which is this card with this beautiful stormy sky. And it had this cringed, I think, is this cringed? No, singed, I think. Singed is the correct word. I think so. And I just wove a strip of fabric through it and call it a day. So stormy skies and weather are, yes, also good for this week. And the other one was mood. When I was looking for things to include in this journal for mood, I found this card, which I picked up in Malaga, Spain. And she is a professional flamenco dancer. And her name is, let me see, I always forget. Her name is Carmen Cortez. And yeah, if this is not a representation of mood, then I don't know. So again, I only picked this card and put it in here. I did nothing to it except rounding corners. So for all the other prompts, the process video is coming now. If you only want to see the finished prompts, there is also a flip through here on my channel as for the other 3 weeks, where I show the prompts, which is a shorter video. Enjoy the process. We are in week 4 now for this challenge. So, and I need to get going. It's already late in the week. So, okay, I had an idea, or I found a few things for prompt 24, whimsical. So, and I want to do it on this pink page because whimsical and pink goes together for me. I'm usually not a pink person, so, but yeah, it was I have nothing against pink and in all shades and forms, but usually I don't use it so often. But here in this journal I do, and I think it calls for whimsical. Just because. And I start gluing down things. So I just gathered a few things and found a few things that I want to put on here that call to me whimsical. And these are mainly fabric snippets and these textile patches. I don't know what the name of these is. They are you can iron them on your clothing. Okay, and I have this rainbow, which is already whimsical, right? And I don't mind that there is this distressed part on the back, because for me it looks like a cloud in the distance. So that's that, and I deliberately leave this open. You could use this as a tuck spot for something small, but I also think it's nice to have this additional dimension. So that's the first piece. Then I also have her and yeah, I think she simply wants to have fun. She's a little fairy, and what she is doing, she is sliding down the rainbow. So she goes on here. And then she, of course, needs a friend, right? So, and now I'm not sure, shall I put this down here? I could put this piece of fabric down here. So, as a landscape, clouds, whatever, we would need to so, and she needs a friend that's hopping around with her. Sorry. In the clouds, so he can go on here also. Here we go. And basically we are done. I could have an additional cloud on here in the background. Oh. Yeah, that's my whimsical page. But now, then I also gathered a few other things, And I still think I also want to decorate this side of the bag. And I think I simply want to glue this down, so there is a little bit of crunch on this page. Oh, you all may guess what is on one of the prompt is a map to your heart, include 5 key things to enjoy and love. And I'm already thinking about grunge, 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 and grunge. Which is not true. It's not the only thing I enjoy. But yes. Okay, so there you have it. Oh no, there's one piece missing. And that's my first prompt for this week, which is 24. Wait a second. So the next prompt I want to work on in week 4 is the prompt nature. And I decided I want to do it on this page because I think with this bamboo paper I used here, there is already kind of a nature theme going on. So yeah, I want to use this page to work on the nature prompt. And again, I pulled already out a few things. Let me get them. So, okay, I still have something of this paper. I pulled this image out. I have these, which, yeah, I have this gorgeous image, and I have these, which are, I have a plastic bag from packaging, junk journal, you remember, and I have these, which are stickers. They are, I have no idea how old. I thrifted them, so yeah. And I have an idea what I want. I want to make a pocket here and a little bit with a twist, but there is also my sewing machine involved, and I will not film this part because I already told you on the cover, me and filming when I'm sewing does not happen. No. Too much beeps. It's not because of that. It's because yeah, I'm also a quilter, so I have no problem with my sewing machine. It's just, it's awkward for me to film. So, and yes, I'm gluing 2 of these stickers together so they have a front and a back and do not stick. And I want mainly mushrooms. I want to use the mushrooms for no special reason other than I want to use them. Oh, yeah, not too bad. Okay. So we have our kind of cards, and now comes this part where I use my sewing machine. And I am back, and this is what I did. I sewed these cards we made in this bag. I will cut this side of the bag. And they are completely closed in now, because there's the side of the bag. Yeah, and this is why I didn't want them to be sticky, because they are still able to move inside here, at least theoretically. Yeah, and I want to use this as a pocket here. I will ink the edges of this page. I will use double-sided tape to glue this down. And you see, it's nearly invisible. Neat. And this has the ideal width. That's perfect. So let's this put away for a second. I think that's a quite fitting image for nature. She is in nature. She is wearing a wool jumper. Let me see. Do I want a different kind of, maybe this one? Oh, better. Do we need some stamping? Oh, need is a hard word, but do we want some? That's the better question, right? We would have this gorgeous green. Let me see. Some kind of background stamp, maybe. What do I have? That's a grunge stamp. Let's see. Not too bad. These are here stamp right, and I don't like them. I have no idea which material they're made of, but it's weird. So, okay, this needs to dry. But I'm not completely happy with this, and I think I want to shorten this a little bit here and cut this out so her head is kind of like a tab, if I would have a tab on it. Yes, I like it better this way. Now we have a pull tab for the card and still plenty of room for journaling. Oh, I also need to put some ink on the back side, of course. Yeah, that's it. That's the prompt nature. We have mushrooms. It goes well with this page with the bamboo. She is in nature. Wool is a natural fiber. Yeah, and she looks like an outdoor girl, right? So yeah, for me, that's my nature. Next prompt I'm working on is the prompt 27 magazine. And magazine for me often means glue booking. Oh yeah, glue. Glue would help. This way. So that's the background. Okay, then, okay, we are in this room and there is this guy and he is stepping on a chair. He is putting the chair up on the table and stepping on it because he wants to change the lightning bulb. Do I need to? I left because the The legs are so delicate, I left a little bit of border around them, which we will cut this down anyway. To be honest, it doesn't bother me too much, only on this side. But with the white tablecloth on here, it goes into the more or less into the background. Okay, I try to have some glue on here without anything ripping. Ooh. So let's put this here. Yes, I'm cutting this one here because it is behind the chair that's here on the bottom. So this guy, he is the senator of this restaurant or whatever this is, and he was stepping on the chair for changing the light bulb, right? So as you do, because who would use a ladder? Everyone is stepping on a chair, right? Everyone knows that you shouldn't, and everyone does. So he was standing on this chair on the table, trying to reach the light bulb, and then suddenly, out of the blue, this dude came up behind the picture and said, "Hey man, and the dude was, oh, okay. He looks cuddly, but he is a little bit big." And then his friend showed up, which is this giant knitted bird. And this was too much. Nope, the guy isn't having it. So he says, no, he keeps an eye on the bird and says, no, I have to step down. And that's what this is. You see? Page done. Oh, I like it. Oh, yes, I do. Oh, I need to pull this out so we can view better. Yes. Okay, so that's the one page. The other one, I have this background. And it seems my image is straight, but my journal is not. This is why this is not really going on here smoothly, but yeah, it fits now. Okay, new blue page. So we have this room, which is empty and old and looks like no one is living there, right? So I thought maybe they are moving. They are moving out of this place to live in another home. Okay, that's that. And then someone left a giant book stack here in this corner. Yeah, there's the corner. And they gathered their last books and just put them there. And these are giant books. Why? I have no idea. They are just giant. Okay. Oh, we need to scooch this down a little bit. No, it will be fine. It will be fine. So, book stack in the corner. And then also, because everything is so busy and nobody thought of the cat. Yeah. So the cat is also still there, and he is sitting in his little, what is it? Bed, cat bed, and says, huh? Where are they all? Where did they go? Did they leave me? And he finds out, oh, but, oh, come on. Ah, wrong order. I need to, come on. Because at least they left him a big pile, a big pot, cap, what is it called? Doesn't matter. So, of yogurt. So, and he loves yogurt, even if it's blueberry yogurt. I said, okay. So they left me here, and at least they left me some food. Maybe not the healthiest one, but they left me some. And which also means maybe they are coming back. They didn't forget me. They just had a full car and I was comfy and sleeping. In my bed. And they harvested blueberries, made yogurt for me, fruit yogurt, and I'm fine. They will come back. And because they left the door open, another cat just strolls in, says hi, and says, "You know what? I will snuggle down on these giant blueberries and have a little nap here." And that's silly story number 2. And my homage to the half-ass crafter. She does this much more brilliant than me, but still, I gave it a go. One of the prompts for this week is a map to your heart. Include 5 key things you enjoy and love. Well, I gathered a few. Let's see if we can cooperate them into a page. And the first thing that I will glue down here on this double spread is a piece of a map. And it's a piece of a map from Porto in Portugal, because this is already the very first thing. I like to travel. And as already said, this is a city map of Porto. That I used when we were in Porto. So, and some locals made some notes for us. Come on. And I loved Porto. Yeah. I'm for sure will go there again. I liked Porto better than Lisbon. There was nothing wrong with Lisbon, but Porto has a very special vibe. Beyond being a big and cultural interesting city. Okay, so that's one thing. Then I also have this one. This is just an image that I will glue down. It's just, this is representing I love art in many different ways. I love making art. I like watching art. I like museums, as already mentioned, and I love collecting art. So, okay, we have traveling, we have art. These are 2 things, right? I also love chocolate, and that's just from chocolate packaging. This will go in here as a journal card. So we have traveling, we have art, we have chocolate, and then I love eco-dyeing fabric and paper. So this is just a strip of fabric that I dyed and will put in here. So it's a piece. Did I cut it too short now? Oh gosh. I did. This is a piece that was coming out from one of my foiled paper bundles. Yes, let's use black. And the fifth thing I really enjoy is coffee. So, you know, spilled coffee crafts is program. So let's see. And this is, of course, a stamp. And I want to have this on here. Yes. Oops. So, and some coffee rings too. Shall we have them in brown? So it's better. I want to simply clip this in with my stapler. Cool. That's that. My journal card can go in here. It's a belly band now. Yes, and these are 5 things to my heart. Traveling, art, chocolate, coffee, and eco-dyeing. Was a quick one, right? Last one for day 28, which is Sunday, was a challenge. And so it was not, the prompt was not a challenge for me. The prompt was a challenge. This may sound differently, but yeah. And to be honest, my week was challenging enough as it was. I didn't need another challenge. So I let stand this week for this prompt. There are journaling cards in my journal where this challenge will be told. This is nothing I will share here, but still, please know, if you're looking for prompts, there are only 6 in here for this week, because I let the week as such stand, and the journaling about this week stand for a challenge.